Hey y'all, back with another video. Those of you that are new, welcome, and for those of you that are returning, welcome back, sis. So today I'm just going to be showing you guys how I cook my crab legs and my shrimp Alfredo because I get a lot of requests on it. So let's get started. So I'm just going to start off by bringing my water to a boil using medium-high heat. And then I just add in seasoning salt and then the Slap Your Mama Cajun seasoning just for flavor as it cooks. And it only cooks for about 10-15 minutes. They turn like a brightish orange, like a reddish orange when they're done. So just keep an eye on them as they cook. So while that's cooking, I'm just gonna get started on my Alfredo. I start by bringing my water to a boil, again with the medium-high heat. I add a little bit of oil so the noodles don't stick, and just keep an eye on them. They cook for about 5 to 7 minutes al dente, and then you want to take them out. So while that's cooking, I'm just going to start on my shrimp, and then you want to rinse your shrimp off really good. You know, rinse all that extra mess off the shrimp. You want to rinse all your meat off anyway. It's better to do that anyways. So then I'm just going to heat up my pan with medium heat, add a little bit of oil and butter. And then I'm gonna check on my noodles while that's heating up, just so they don't overcook. Then you add a little bit of shallots. I diced up some shallots. You can use onions too if you want. A little bit of lemon juice, or you can use fresh lemon if you prefer, just for that lemon zesty flavor. And you know I gotta use my white cooking wine, sis. Cooking wine is where it's at. Black and seasoned for extra flavor. And then I stir it all up, mix it all in. Then I'm gonna add in my garlic butter shrimp scampi packet. I got it from Festival Foods, but you can pretty much find it at any grocery store, or if you wanna look online, I'm sure you'll find it on there as well. Mix that all in and let it simmer. Let it simmer, sis. And then I'm gonna add in my half and half creamer. You can use regular milk if you prefer. I just use half and half because it makes it a little bit more creamier, but it's really up to you. Then I'm gonna add in a little bit of seasoning salt and pepper just to give it more flavor because I added in that milk. And continue to let it simmer. And while that's cooking, I'm going to empty the water from my noodles. Do not rinse the noodles because you want the sauce to stick to the noodles. So again, do not rinse the noodles, just empty the water. And I'm just adding a little bit more half and half because again, I like my Alfredo to be really creamy and saucy. So I'm just adding more milk. You don't have to if you don't want to. And guys, I season and taste as I cook. You can use measurements if you prefer to, but I was just raised on seasoning as I go. But again, if you want to use measurements, be my guest, sis. And just make sure you're keeping an eye on the sauce and stirring it. You don't want the sauce to burn and stick to the pan. Ooh, look at all that creamy goodness. Stop wasting your money and buying that jar sauces when you can make your own Alfredo sauce. So now that the sauce is to my liking, I'm gonna go ahead and add the shrimp. Normally I season my shrimp beforehand, but it slipped my mind. So I'm just gonna go ahead and add in the seasonings that I use, which is garlic salt, seasoning salt, minced onion, and pepper. You don't have to use extra seasoning if you don't want to. It's just what I prefer. And it doesn't take that long for all of this to cook in together. Just be aware of your shrimp. Just watch your shrimp. They turn like into a light pink, and then they get like a little puffy when they're done. You might need to, if you're not like familiar with cooking shrimp, look it up on the internet, like how they should look, so you won't be eating like, raw shrimp. And you don't want to overcook the shrimp either. They get kind of tough when they're overcooked. So just pay close attention when you're cooking the shrimp. It only takes about 5 to 7 minutes for the shrimp to cook in all. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my mozzarella and Parmesan cheese. You can use whatever cheese you prefer, but I just prefer mozzarella and Parmesan, the grated Parmesan cheese. You can use the shredded Parmesan as well, but I think that'll be a little it'll take a little longer for it to all melt and dissolve together, but it's your choice. And when the cheese starts to melt, you can turn the heat down to low. And now that the cheese sauce is to my liking, I'm gonna go ahead and add in my pasta. Ooh, look at all that creamy goodness. And then you can go ahead and turn off the heat for the crab legs. If you want to rinse the water or pour the water out, you can, but I don't. I just like for mine to stay in and consume the rest of the flavor, and also for them to stay a little bit warm. And then you can go ahead and melt you some butter, put a little bit of lemon in your butter if you want to. Ooh, and enjoy this nice hot meal. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all later. Bye.